Hello, everybody. Joe Bagdones here. Welcome back for another episode of One. I'd like to, welcome an old guest back to the show. My AC running in the background. Haven't had that going for a bit. For some reason, thunderstorm blew through today, but instead of bringing cold air, it's very warm out for late October. It's like mid 70s, which, yeah, that's like fucking 16 degrees north than usual. So I got that running. So hopefully it doesn't pick up in the mic too bad, but other than that, what have I been up to? Just playing a bunch of CK3, got fucking brain rot from taking over England, and for some reason I just automatically inherited like all of France, so I had to deal with like 50 angry Catholic French vassals as a Swedish Norse character. So yeah, my brain, it's destroyed from like 20 years straight of non-stop civil wars and rebellions, but that's neither here nor there. We're here in the now, playing One, a game from then, but we're doing it now. What happened last time? I don't know, man. Let's go to the courtyard though. That's what I do know, because that's where we're gonna go have lunch. Avoiding the people heading towards the cafeteria, I pass through the entrance hall towards the courtyard. Oh, I also woke up like in the past 15 minutes, and my left nostril is completely stuffed. Like, no airflow at all. So, if I have a hard time speaking or breathing or making sense, I'm gonna blame it on that. Oof. They tried with this one. I'll give them credit. I don't know what it is. I think it's... What is it about this image? Is it the rocks? Or is it the grass? I think it might be the grass. Damn, it's cold. The breath coming out of my mouth is white. I suppose it's only natural now that it's December. Again, odd that, like, 80% of your trees still have green leaves on them. And the grass is lusciously green for December, but I suppose I should just be grateful that the wind is weaker here, shielded by the school building and the gym as it is. Of course, that doesn't change the fact that it's still cold. Is she really here? I question myself calmly. Now that I think about it, there's no way anyone would come out here to eat lunch at this time of year. Just as I reconsider and begin to turn back towards the school building, I notice the figure of a lone girl. Oh, she's here. Nice lunch. Got those... What do you got in there? You got some baked beans? And, I don't know, what's that yellow stuff? Not the eggs, I know that, but... Can't tell. Yellows are real blown out on my monitor for some reason. Like your hair is fine, but like those bright yellows, it's like searing. I should probably fiddle around in my monitor settings, but fuck that. Sitting by herself on the lawn, she has her lunchbox open and the contents spread out. Like, spread out over the lawn, or Sadamura. I draw closer in order to speak with her. Hand over your lunch. She speaks before I can even greet her. I just thought we could have lunch together. I explain, showing her my bun. She stares at me silently. Finally, she turns away, as if to say, you're bothering me. Oh, well, she said the silent part out loud. She really goes ahead and says it. That's a little harsh, isn't it? Ignoring my words completely, she reaches out towards her lunch with her chopsticks. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna sit here and eat lunch of my own. If you want to ignore me, then you go right ahead and do that. You won't mind that, will you? Yeah, we're not having lunch together, we're just each having our individual lunches, like three feet apart. I take a seat beside her, I'll bet 2 meters away, and open my wrapper on my bun. Nice, good social distancing, bud. The sound of the wrapper only emphasizes the sense of futility. I stuff the bread into my mouth. Munch, munch. Munch, munch. Munch, munch. How much noise are you making eating bread? Today's jam bun is pretty tasty, too! It's full of that nostalgic, well-rounded, and elegant sweetness. Yeah, man, sure. Just spreading throughout my... I can't help but sigh. I've had enough. Left without a choice, I take another bite of my bread. Munch, munch. Munch, munch. Glancing in Sadamura's direction, I see her picking bit by bit at the lunchbox on her lap. She carries the food to her mouth with slow, graceful movements. That's a very girlish lunch you have there. I didn't say that. There isn't a lot of food in there, but she seems to eat at a pace that's more than slow enough to compensate. I mean, that's a fair amount. If we keep eating at our respective speeds, there's no question that I'll finish first. If that happens, I'll lose my reason to be here. Thus, I decide to slow down too. Munch, 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 munch. I make sure to chew thoroughly and savor the taste. Besides me, Sadamura continues to maintain her steady pace as she sets about eating her side dishes. We go on like this for some time. Hey, Sadamura? She turns her gaze in my direction. Isn't this place kind of cold? Personally, I think it's freezing. Looks to me like you're forcing yourself to stay out here. But you're trembling. You're just that terrifying. You emit a fear aura around you. Well, I hope not. You know, I'd be willing to bet that you're cold. In the end, our comical conversation continues until the chime begins to ring from the courtyard speakers. I come into the classroom and take my seat. And so, the afternoon lessons begin. It's time for modern Japanese. The teacher places his chalk down with a thump. He seems quite pleased since we've finished all the examinable? Sure, let's go with that. Topics with plenty of time to spare. But next, he makes an announcement that causes everyone's spirits to deflate. Sheets of scrap paper handed out amidst much booing from the boys. Okay, appreciate that at least. Even the clamor students calmed down a little after hearing that. Adopting the same attitude, I decided to just take it as it comes. But just then, the teacher adds a further statement that provokes another storm of booing. Why? It's a warning that we're not to slack off. Damn, that teacher sure knows how to stir things up. As expected, there's one person who's completely fired up, having fallen hook, line, and sinker for the teacher's provocation. Nanase turns to me with a look of deathly determination. Yeah, seems like it. Nanase's results here will probably have a direct impact on the current popularity contest. Even I can't help but feel concerned. That instrument just completely threw me for a loop. I was not expecting like this. I don't know. Weird synth? Sure, let's go with that. I can't afford to lose here. Oh, that was her line. But Nanase, it's gonna be an uphill battle. I glance in Nagamori's direction. She looks indifferent, but there's an air of confidence about her. She's insanely good when it comes to spelling. How about you? Yeah, man, fuck kanji. Too many strokes. There's nothing else for it. We'll have to present a united front.
共同戦線
I'll help you, and I'll get Sumi to help us too without telling him why. I'll even peek at the answers from that person sitting diagonally in front of me.
つまり4人がかりなのね
Yeah, 4 and 1. That should even the odds for
分
us.
かったお願い
I give her a thumbs up, as if to say, leave it to me. Now, I'd like to reveal the characteristics of the members of our united front. First, there's Nanase. The way I see it, she's an idiot. If she were to attempt all the questions on her own, there's no way she'd get a good rank, let alone beat Nagamori. Next, there's me. I think I'm pretty good when it comes to spelling. It'd probably be appropriate to use my answers as the crux of our strategy. Next, there's Sumi. There's no doubt about it. He's terrible at spelling. However, he does know how to cheat, so there's a chance he might get an incredible proportion of the questions right. Finally, there's the mystery girl sitting diagonally in front of me. Given that she's a girl, it's probably fair to expect your grades to be at least reasonable. Okay, sure, man. Nanase's fate turn on... What? Nanase's fate will turn on which of the above people she relies on to answer each question. Okay, I understand the sentence now.
それじゃあ始めるぞ
The teacher's chalk begins to strike against the blackboard. Question 1. It began in 2000. 1,000 years. Millennia? Now then, who should she rely on? She's got this.
こうかな
Millennium? Okay. The computer was set by new technology, made obsolete, replaced. Surpassed? What?
こうかな
Superseded. Okay. I tripped, not on purpose. Accidentally. That's probably like this. He is buried in the... something graveyard. What? Coffin? Cemetery. Okay, cool. I got you. She will... something come... certainly, definitely. She's got this.
こうかな
The strong man lifted the... something... double-ended weight. The dumbbell. Dumbbell. There was no something available at the hotel. Lodgings. Accommodations. Don't ask me how to spell it.
こうかな
As I've said before, I am atrocious at spelling. Accommodation. Hey man, looks good to me. The children left for something preschool kindergarten. You got this, kid.
こうかな
Is it a T? I know it's a German word, but eh. The country is run by the government. Child is something trouble causing. Begins with an M. What would that be? Misbehaving? Mischievous, okay. That's all of them.
では隣の席に座る者と該当用紙を交換するように
Aw, fuck. I hate it when they make your classmate grade your papers. That's just the teacher being lazy. There's a rustle of paper as the students obey his
該当言っ
instructions.
ていくからな採点するように
After we finish marking them, the papers are collected. Nase watches on with a worried look. She'll probably need nothing less than full marks if she's to beat Nagamori. Now for the result.
ああ、満点はなし。1問ミスで5人が同一トップだな。中崎、長森、七瀬、浦田、水戸。
Cool. She did well. I feel a wave of relief, as if he's talking about me.
そして0点が1人。折原康平。
He didn't. Bruh. Yeah. Crap. I was so busy helping Nana to say that I didn't remember to write down a single answer of my own. As soon as the break begins, Nanase starts to reminisce about our battle.
惜しかったね。水香も一問間違えてたならチャンスだったのに。
Still, you got the same mark, so we maintain the status quo. That's not so bad, right?
そうね。
Actually, I think you've come out of this one with a bigger game, since no one was expecting you to do well.
それって嫌な励まし方。
Well, you do look pretty smooth-brained, so pulled a rabbit out of your hat on that one. Either way, it'll come down to your appearance from here onwards.
そんな感じかもね。
The chime rings, announcing the end of the uneventful remainder of my classes. I quickly sling my bag onto my back and head for the corridor.
どこ行くの、康平。
Home? Nagamori stops me from behind. I can go wherever I like, can't I?
よくないよ。今日と明日は私たち掃除当番なんだからね。
Fuck. Oh, my tooth hurts.
歯が痛くっても掃除はできるよ。
I suddenly got water building up around my knee. Oh God. Ow.
そんな急にはたまらないよ。
My friend in high school was on the wrestling team, and he fucking had that happen. He said it was the most painful thing he ever experienced when he went to the hospital, and they fucking drained it. Like, no anesthetic, they were just like, alright, fucking jammed it like a thick-ass needle in there. Fucking sucked out all the fluid. I guess this means I won't be of any help to you today. Actually, I'm more likely to drag the team down.
チームって。
So, with that in mind, I'll just be watching here from the bench. Give your best, Nagamori. I say before dashing off. Get on your bum knee. Shaking off a protesting Nagamori, I charge down the corridor. I can hear the patter of footsteps behind me. It seems I'm being chased. I don't really want to be caught here. I run up the stairs to the top floor without pausing once. I should be okay now that I've come all the way up onto the roof. No entry. So proclaims the sign on the door that leads to the roof. Yeah, why don't they have it locked then? Of course, no one pays any mind to it, and so long as you don't go talking about it, the teachers turn a blind eye to the practice. There's a fence up here too, so as long as you don't intentionally climb up, there's no danger of falling. After all, if they really wanted to seal the place off, they could just lock the door itself. Now then. I stand there, staring blankly at the sign. They probably don't lock it because all the teachers go up there to smoke on their breaks. I'd only come up here in the heat of the moment. What should I do now? Well, since I've come all the way here, I guess I'll just hang around until cleaning time is over. Grasping the cold doorknob, I push outwards to the open door. What? To open the door. Okay. Whoa, what's that sky? Weird color of, like, purple there in the middle. Outside is a world defined in red. The scenery is bathed in a brilliant sunset, which renders it awash in alien colors. Yeah, alien's right. Whew. Leaning up against the fence, I look up at the sky. If it's winter, those colors should be more pastel. The crimson ceiling of the sky spreads outwards to infinity, as though it's pushing away the white clouds. I bet it'll be a nice day tomorrow. Red sky at night, sailor's delight, I murmur. Does that hold true in Japan? I don't know. I get the feeling that I've heard that somewhere before.
そっか。今日は夕焼けなんだ。
I gradually turn around towards the source of that unexpected voice.
別に怪しいものじゃないよ。
There stands a lone girl bathed in red light, holding down her hair even though the wind blows it about. A beautiful girl. There's a somewhat chilling feeling about her. Maybe it's because her eyes seem so cold. But in spite of that, there's a certain warmth carried in her faintly smiling features. A girl with a transient fragility about her, and yet a contrasting innate strength. Dude, you met her 5 seconds ago. Chill. That's the kind of impression she gives off.
夕焼け、綺麗？
Oh, are you, like, blind? Well, I'd give it about 65.
結構辛口な点数だね。
I'm picky about my sunsets.
そうなんだ。
Well, it's an above average if, you know, if 5 is right in the middle, like there's nothing interesting about it whatsoever, you know, 15 points more than that, it's like, it's okay. She draws up to the fence with an amused smile, gazing up at the crimson-dyed sky.
いい風が吹いてるね。今日
Think so?
95点くらいあげてもいいかな。
That's a pretty good score.
私この場所が好きだから。
Her reply is cheerful as she stands there, gently swept by the evening breeze.
でもね、夕焼けの次の日が晴れって迷信らしいよ。
Oh, really? She turns towards me and smiles as she nods. It's a strange feeling. It's the first time we've ever met, but there's something about her demeanor that takes away all my inhibitions. It's almost as though I'm being drawn into her gentle ambience.
私は川名美咲。あなたは？
Orihara Kohei.
よろしくね、浩平くん。
Kohei-kun?
だったら浩平ちゃん。
Definitely not.
私のことも美咲ちゃんって呼んでいいよ。
Thanks, I was gonna do that anyway. Don't I get a say in this?
かわいいのに。
She purposefully hangs her head in disappointment. Hey, just a minute now. Just what part of me would you qualify as cute?
雰囲気かな。
You guess?
私ね、人を見る目はあると思うんだ。目は見えないんだけどね。
Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? This girl certainly says some strange things. However, it isn't long before I realize that she's serious. There's no sign of my visage within those eyes, which seem so cold. Are they, like, actually, like, clouded over, like, cataracts? Or is it just, like, are you being, like, very poetic with your words here? It wasn't just me either. In her eyes, the entire red-colored world appeared as nothing but darkness. Could she be blind? She pretty implicitly just told you, but... Come to think of it, I've heard a rumor going around about the girl before. What? I just made up an entire, like, last half of that sentence. I had heard a rumor going around the class before. There we go. There's a third year at this school who can't see. Hey, are you...
多分そうだよ。
She nods in reply as my words begin to falter. I see.
どうしたの？
Oh, nothing. She tilts her head at my attitude. It's just that I've never spoken with someone who couldn't see before. don't know how I'm supposed to act. Like they're a person, my guy? She sadly turns her eyes downwards as she hears my words.
普通でいいと思うよ。
The wind dies out. No longer billowed by the breeze, her lustrous hair loses its buoyancy and falls to her shoulders. All in a single moment. I see. Yeah, you're right. What was wrong with me? I simply like to treat someone differently just because they can't see. I rethink my convictions. In that case, let's introduce ourselves again. She nods with a smile. I'm Orihara Kohei, second year. Nice to meet you, Misaki-senpai.
よろしくね、浩平ちゃん。
I still think Chan is a little...
だったら浩平さん。
That won't do. You're my senior after all. You can just drop the suffix.
だったら私のことも美咲って呼び捨てで呼んでね。
I don't think I'd be comfortable with that. Okay, fine, but at least make it Kohei-kun. I raise the white flag to my blind senpai.
よろしくね、浩平くん。
She gives a broad, ingenious smile? Okay. Right then. I'd better be going. See you later, senpai.
またね、浩平ちゃん。
Hey, I thought we...
冗談だよ。
She grins. It's enough to make me want to forgive everything.
ねえ、また会えるよね。
Well, we do go to the same school. As she smiles again, I'm forcefully reminded that she really is just another ordinary girl. And if I see you in the corridors, I'll be sure to call out to you.
楽しみにしてるよ。
See you later, senpai. I give a casual wave with my right hand and leave the sunset-drenched roof behind me.
バイバイ、浩平くん。
She calls out enthusiastically from behind. I look at my watch. It's past cleaning time now. Nice. I return to the classroom to pick up my bag before heading straight home. With nothing else to do, I lie down in bed. I spend a while thinking about the senior I met on the roof. Before I know it, I'm closing my eyes, overcome with sleepiness. Man, imagine being able to sleep. As always, it's the sound of curtains being drawn back, letting in sunlight that shoots through to the back of my eyes.
ほら、起きなさいよ。
Actually, it's really you who's asleep and dreaming. Wake up, Nagamori!
またバカなこと言ってる。そんなこと考えつけるんなら起きられるでしょ。
I'm a man who's willing to put his brain into top gear if it's for the sake of extending my sleep time.
矛盾してるよ、それ。
Really? Since I actually happen to be awake today, I decided to go along with it and get up. What's the time? Pulling out from under the sheets, I grasp Nagamori's wrist and check her watch. It's 30 minutes earlier than usual. Is this watch slow?
違うよ。私日直だもん、今日。
And so you woke me up to keep you company?
そうだよ。一緒に早く行こうよ。
Why have to get up so early just to go along to something like that? I'm going to sleep for another 30 minutes.
ダメだよ。浩平絶対に起きないもん。私、もう一度学校から戻って起こしに来ないんだよ。
I can get up on my own.
無理だよ。一緒に行こうよ。浩平の日直の時も一緒に行ってあげたでしょ。
Fine. Fine, I'll go with you.
じゃあ早く用意し
Way
よ
to guilt trip us. She She passes me my bag and uniform. I accept them and head downstairs. There's plenty of time today, so I watch the morning news as I brush my teeth.
公平あんまりのんきにしないでよ
Nagamori catches sight of me as she comes downstairs. Don't worry, we'll be leaving soon.
ほら歯ぐらい洗面所で磨かないと口の中の歯磨き粉が飛び散っちゃうよ
The basin. You mean the sink, my guy? I'm telling you, it'll be fine. Splash.
ほら飛んでるよ布巾持ってくるからね
I don't know what a tea towel is, I'll be honest. Like a washcloth? Like a hand cloth? She patters off to the kitchen before quickly returning. Ugh. Did it really fly all over the place?
ほら上着まで飛んでるよこういうの取れないんだよ
Sorry. She grabs my jacket by the chest area and scrubs my uniform with the tea towel.
公平前歯の裏とか磨いてる歯垢が溜まってたりするんだよ
Yep. Ugh. Unable to speak with the front of my mouth, I head towards the bathroom basin.
ああもうほらうがいコップ忘れてるよ
Ugh.
ゆっくり投稿するっていうのもいいもんでしょ
Yeah, I guess.
ゆっくりお話もできるもんね
Yeah.
最近私部活で忙しいから会議付き合ってあげられなかったし
Yeah.
これから毎日この時間に行こうか
Yeah. Is what I'd like to tell you, but knowing me, it probably won't last for long.
まあ分かってるけどねでもこういうゆっくりした時間が公平も好きだってことは確かだよね
Man, I love sleeping in so much. I miss my... The one thing I miss about living in the dorms on base was that work was 5 minutes away. So I could wake up like 15 minutes before work, get dressed, shave, and still be to work on time. So like if my shift started at 7:30, I could wake up at like 7:10 and I'd be fine. Compared to fucking now where I have to wake up like an hour and a half beforehand. At the very minimum. Of course. Who on earth would want to take on a full, 1,500 meter marathon every morning? It's pretty short, my guy. Like, 1.5 kilometers?
そうだねでも遅刻しちゃダメだからね
Like, you could do that in like a couple minutes. There's no one around, is there? That's like about half a mile, yeah. It's quiet around the shoe shelf, although we can hear the occasional sound of someone from another class plunking their slippers down.
先教室行ってて
Nagamori disappears off somewhere, probably to fetch the keys. I do as I'm told and arrive outside the classroom. I'd rather not be waiting outside in the corridor, so I decide to wait inside instead. I'm thinking of it, like 1,500 meters, that's like really close to school. Do they live that close, or do they hop a train or a bus, or like what? And that's like how far it is from their stop. Because if they just live like half a mile from school, like bruh, that's so close. You know, coming from the guy that lived the next town over going to school. I'd rather not be waiting outside in the corridor, so I decided to wait inside instead.
あ鍵開いてる
The nice thing about living that far from school, though, was in the winter, if the roads were bad, I had an excuse if I was ever late. Just be like, yeah, I live, fucking 25 minutes away, so I had to drive slow. So get a mulligan every now and again from the teachers.
どうやって？
Oh, what do you say? I opened it for you. All I have to do is concentrate a little and then clack. From now on, just call me Esper Orihara.
はあ、下の通風口から入ったんだね。
Damn, I left it wide open.
ほら、服がまた汚れてるよ。床にこすったんでしょ。
Nagamori draws up to me to pat me down, but I clean myself off before she can.
この引き戸、みんな鍵閉めないんだよね。ちゃんと閉めないとダメだよね。
Why? It's a door to a classroom. It's nice and convenient that way.
閉まりする意味がなくなっちゃうよ。
I mean, it's close to keep the heat in. Yeah, that's true. Nagamori sets about getting to work. Impressively, or perhaps exasperatingly, she always does everything, even the stuff she wasn't assigned. Fuck that. She'll always carefully wipe down the blackboard with a wet cloth and whack the dusters outside the window. But if the tape marking the positions of the desks has come loose, she'll fix that too. I know. I'll snap all the chalk in the chalk box while she's busy rearranging the desks. Hey, Nagamori, check this out.
どうしたの？
I show her.
うわー、これは先生たちが困るよね。私、新しいのもらってくるよ。浩平、教えてくれてありがとね。
She hurriedly leaves the classroom. That's pretty much how she is. Looking at it objectively, it's hard to imagine a man who wouldn't find that kind of work ethic attractive. And to think that the only person who's noticed it is a useless guy like me. I never stop worrying about you is her favorite phrase when it comes to me, but I'm the one worrying about you, Nagamori. Then why are you snapping all the chalk, making more work for her? Nanase comes to make contact with me as soon as first period ends.
ねえ、悪いんだけど。
I know, you want to know how the polls are going, right? We might even be able to get some conclusive results today.
え、そうかな。
Leaving Nanase to clasp her chest with what was either hope or anxiety, I turned back to the classroom. Hey, Sumi, how's it looking?
ああ、また途中経過か？
Also, I like the school's cardigan. Cardigans are good. I have a couple. I don't really wear them that often because, you know, why dress up nice when I can just throw on my Gao Gao Stegosaurus hoodie? My favorite hoodie, by the way. But yeah. I have a uniform version of it, though, for my dress blues, which, you know, I never get to wear my blues anymore because I'm in maintenance. Because, you know, can't wear those to work. Do work in them. Takes out a piece of paper from his pocket. The reason I have it is because it's like the most versatile uniform item. You can wear it buttoned, you can wear it unbuttoned, you can wear it closed collar, you can wear it open collar, you can wear it with a tie, you can wear it without a tie, you can roll up the sleeves. And the fact that no one has it, like pretty much nobody, because you have to buy it on your own and it's not issued to you. Like no one knows the regulations for it, so you can, like I said, you can just do whatever you want with it and no one will call you out.
見てみろ。
I count the numbers to strokes recorded on the scrap of paper thrust in front of me.
あ、折原、どうだった？
You're at the top, Nanase!
本当？
Yeah, but there are 3 votes left. If they all go to Nagamori, that could turn things around.
そう。ってことは、まだ油断ならないのね。
And I guess one of those votes is ours. But you'll probably be okay. Odds are those votes will split, and that'll be the end of it.
だといいけどね。
All that's left is for us to wait and reap the rewards.
できることはやったし。
Whatever you do, don't screw up now. The chime rings to announce the end of 4th period. Noting the homework for next class in the corner of the blackboard, the teacher leaves the classroom. Man, fuck homework. Ugh. I'm feeling sleepier than usual. I never did homework in high school. It was only like 10% of my grade, so as long as I averaged A's and B's, it didn't matter. Hungrier than usual, too. As I take a bun out of my bag, I glance over at Sadamura, only to be met with her gaze. Lowering her eyes, she heads out into the corridor, hugging her lunchbox as she goes. Sure, let's eat with her. I quickly get up from my seat and follow after Sadamura. On the way, however, I'm stopped by another
なあ
classmate.
折原どうだ今日は一緒に学食にでも行かないか
Sure. Orihara? Sorry, you got the wrong guy.
嘘つけお前どっから見ても折原だろ
And you are, Sawaguchi-kun, was it?
誰だよその口って
Well, now that we're clear on that, maybe next time.
断るのなら最初からそう言えよ遠回しなやつだな
He's right, of course. Thanks to all this, Sadamura is already nowhere to be seen within the classroom. This is all your fault, Sawaguchi.
だから誰だよ沢口って
Well, I'm off. See you around, Sawaguchi. I leave the classroom, paying no heed to Sawaguchi's stream of complaints behind me. I look around as soon as I come out of the classroom. Catching sight of her at the end of the corridor, I chase after her. Taking the stairs to the first floor, I head straight for the entrance hall. Hey, Sadamura. I call out to her as she's changing shoes at the shoe shelf. Man, that's gonna fuck me up every single time. She turns around, silently scrutinizing me. Are you gonna eat in the courtyard again?
はい
Hey, why don't we eat at the cafeteria instead?
どうして
Because it's not cold in there.
中庭の方がいいです
Why?
人がいないから
I see. Falling silent once again, she changes her shoes and heads outside, still hugging her lunchbox to her chest. Like vertically, so it's like on its side technically, like getting all the stuff inside mixed up. That's a little strange. That's a little odd, don't you think? I hurriedly follow after her retreating figure. It's especially cold today, isn't it? Might even snow. Ignoring everything I say, Sadamura sits down in the same place as before. I take a seat down beside her. Untying her handkerchief, she takes out her lunchbox. I tear open the wrapping on my bread. Silently, she moves her chopsticks. Sitting beside her, I take a bite of my melon bread. The whole time, we don't exchange a single word. Could you really call this eating lunch together? Well, I suppose it was my idea to tag along with her. Sadamura, why do you eat lunch in a place like this?
誰もいないところで食べたかったからです
I see. Given the season, I guess this place would normally be deserted.
普通は
She turns her gaze onto me. Sorry.
はい
She gives an unreserved nod. We fall silent once more. Hey,
はい
what were you doing in a place like that? Of course, I'm referring to the empty lot.
好きなんです
She was preparing the plot for Yakuza 0, of course, at the empty lot. And Jet, you looked kind of sad. Smiling, silence once more. I decide not to pry any further and set about eating my own lunch. Time passes, with both of us keeping quiet. From time to time, a wintry wind would blow through the gap between the school buildings. The withered leaves in the courtyard dance as they were caught in the breeze. They don't look very withered, but okay. It might have only been my imagination, but the wind seems even colder than yesterday. I bet you're cold. Silence. I guess I should try talking about something more innocuous. Hey, Sadamura, what did you have for dinner last night?
オムライス。
Really? I had fried rice. Ah, crap. That conversation barely lasted 5 seconds. Come to think of it, a topic like that isn't really the kind of thing that spices up conversations.
自分で作ったんですか？
I guess I'll have to pick a different topic.
チャーハン、自分で作ったんですか？
Did you make sure to drain it properly? Is she talking to me? I take a look around, but there's no one else here except me. Oh, yeah, well, you've got to be able to at least make that much by yourself, right? I'm pretty much living alone after all.
一人暮らし。
My aunt lives with me too, but she's so busy with work that she can't get around to doing any of the housework.
そう。
What's more, she leaves early in the morning before I get up and comes home pretty late too. Come to think of it, I don't think I've seen her even once this month. If we run into each other on the street, we might not even recognize each other. So that's basically why I learned to make fried rice by myself. How about you, Sadamura? Do you cook?
私は料理は好きです。
Really?
はい。
I like cooking. I just hate the cleanup. I hate it so fucking much. I also hate the prep too, because my kitchen is pretty small. I have like a 2 foot by 2 foot like space on the counter where that's all I have for preparing food. I need to like go to Walmart and buy like a small plastic table that I can just set in the corner where I have some space that I can use to like as like a prep table. As you know, the chime rings to announce the end of lunchtime. Alright, already the end of lunch, huh? Shoving my scrunched up bread wrapper into my trouser pocket, I get up from the lawn. Taking a big stretch, I turn to meet Sadamura's gaze as she dusts off the grass clinging to her skirt. You should probably bring like a towel or a blanket or something to sit on. Will you be eating here again?
はい。
In that case, maybe I'll come and join you again. That's okay with you, right? Having removed all the grass, she picks up her handkerchief-wrapped lunchbox and heads towards the entrance hall.
遅れますよ。
She turns around to face me as she murmurs, "Yeah." In the end, for better or worse, my question goes unanswered. Going back into class, I take my own seat. As I'm staring blankly outside the window, the teacher for 5th period comes in. And so the afternoon classes begin. The hardest ones. She just ate, so you're gonna fucking fall asleep in them. It's after lunch, right in the middle of 5th period. Huh? Is that me? No, it's not. Looking ahead, I see that Nanase's shoulders are trembling peculiarly. Peculiarly? Sure. Hey, Nanase?
話しかけないでよ。
Having stomach problems? Did you eat something rotten?
そうみたい。
The girl sitting diagonally in front of me turns and gives us a puzzled look. I give a groan in order to provide some camouflage. The girl turns around, satisfied and losing interest.
ありがとう、折原。
Just go to the bathroom. It's fine. Well, not right here, but just like go, raise your hand and be like, "Hey, mind if I step out?" Thanks to that, everyone's gonna think I'm a nutcase who groans for no reason in the middle of class. She looks like she's suffering. Her complexion isn't that good looking either. Isn't looking good either. Go to the bathroom.
それだけは絶対ダメ。
about it. Just say they're going to the infirmary.
そんな前かがみになって足をすぼめて歩いていったらバレバレだもん。そうなったら噂が広まって私は学校で無節操に何する無神経な子だってことに。
What? She's right. If that sort of rumor goes around now, it's not just a matter of the remaining 3 votes. She might even lose the one she already has. Can you bear with it then? I'm so unmoved. I didn't think that Nanase was made of such stern stuff. Reasons aside, it's stirring to see her desperately putting so much effort into something, even if it is resisting the urge to go to the toilet. Okay, Nanase. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
ありがとう。
I continue to groan for no reason.
折原話をして。
What should I say?
どんな話でもいい。とにかくこの苦しみを忘れさせて。
Okay, you got it. Okay, let's talk about my favorite foods. Do you like natto? Ew. I'm sorry, Nanase, we can't be friends. What about curry? Curry's good. Cheese? Cheese is also good. I see, in that case, you might come to like it too.
何を？
All 3 of them put together. It's my favorite food. Ew.
カレーに納豆とチーズ？
Seriously, it's really good. Let's go have some together one day. What's wrong?
胃に来たわ。胃に。
Are you okay?
おかげで下の方の波が収まってみたい。
I see, but don't let your guard down. It comes in cycles. 20 minutes left. That's a long time. You should have gone when they calmed down, where you could have just walked out normally. Bear with it, Nanase.
ダメ。もうダメかもしんない。
You idiot! Have you come all this way just to give up now?
もう疲れたよ。私
Fool! You!
ちょっとだけ休ませてよ。
With a thud, she hunches over. 10 minutes left. All I can do is pray. Finally, the chime announces an end to Nanase's hell. Hey, Nanase! You really hung in there. She's already gone. Okay, let's get you to the toilet. I head outside the classroom while supporting the doubled over Nanase. Feeling better?
おかげさまで。
Good to hear.
でもなんかおかしな感じ。食当たりとかじゃなくて下剤飲まされたって感じ。ほんと何事もなかったみたいにすっきりなんだもん。
That's because you got tough intestines. If you cut them with a knife, I'd bet they just join back together the next day.
くっつかない。
Either way, it's good that you managed to get through without losing any popularity.
まあそうね。
Somehow, I get the feeling I'm starting to see how this is going to turn out. Returning to the classroom, I asked Sumi about the poll results. Seems that the last 3 voters are still holding out, so the results will be announced tomorrow. Lessons having ended, it's now that wonderful time called after class.
掃除当番が終わったらね。
That nosy Nagamori is here again today, carrying a broom and dustpan. Suddenly my appendix feels.
公平、とっくに に盲腸ないでしょ。
Oh god, he's already had appendicitis? Or has he used this excuse before? In that case, I just had a stroke.
死ぬよ。
No, it's not. Anyhow, I'm going to recuperate in the infirmary. As soon as the words were out of my mouth, I head out into the corridor, leaving Nagamori behind. Get wrecked, loser. She's not coming after me. Skipping cleanup duty is habitual for me, so she probably isn't too shocked. Knowing her, she'll probably just do my portion of the work for me. Thinking of it that way, it kind of feels like I've done something bad. Well, I guess that's routine by now. Besides, it's embarrassing for me to show up again now. I guess I'll head up to the roof again. No entry. I stare at the same sign from yesterday. This sign can't stop me. I can't read. What a repetitive sign. Would it be more interesting if it said something different every day? Today it's no entry, but tomorrow it could be no U-turn. Might be interesting, but it'd sure be difficult to understand. Now then. Once again, for some unknown reason, I've made my way up here. Since I'm here, though, I may as well go out onto the roof and take a look around. I open the steel door leading onto the roof. See, this sky looks more natural. Blocking the bright sunlight with my raised hand, I walk outside onto the roof. Hi? Or he? Hi, okay. I call out to the figure standing there in front of me.
こんにちは、浩平くん。
We meet again.
本当だね。
Turning from the blue sky towards me, she gives a cheerful nod. Blue sky, huh?
今日も夕焼けを見に来たの？
I guess it is at the top a little, but... No, not really.
そうなんだ。
Besides, it's not a red sunset today.
そっか。
Her shoulders slump with disappointment.
ちょっと残念だね。
Slowly raising her face, she looks up at the dusky sky. What about you, senpai?
元気だよ。
That's not what I mean. What are you doing here today?
重要なわけがあるんだよ。
She lowers her voice. An important reason? As I'm about to inquire further, I hear a girl's voice coming from somewhere.
ミサキ
It's coming from below.
ミサキどこよ
Sounds like it's coming from the 4th floor corridor on the other side of the door. Senpai, I think someone's calling you.
気のせいだよ。ミサキ
Pretty sure I can hear someone calling.
目の錯覚だよ。
I don't think it has anything to do with my eyes.
川名美咲いるのは分かってるんだからね。
Are you sure she doesn't mean you?
他人の空似だよ。
Isn't it just a case of having the same name?
それだよ。
I can hear someone charging up the stairs to the roof. For some reason, Senpai is panicking.
私はいないって言ってね。
So saying, she hides behind the door. What's with her? Bang. Girl opens the door and passes right by Senpai.
あれ
She looks around the rooftop with a mystified expression.
絶対にここだと思ったんだけど。勘が鈍ったのかな
Are you a side character or heroine? Because if you're a main heroine, I forgot to put you in the thumbnail. Oops! No, I'd say it's still pretty incredible.
ねえあなた。
Me?
そう、
She nods.
ここにぼーっとしてて脳天気そうな女の子来なかった？
She's really not holding back, is she, Senpai?
それでどうなの？
No. I haven't seen her at all. Nope, haven't seen her.
本当に？
Yep, I've never seen anything resembling a blank-looking airheaded girl in my entire life. I heatedly assert, gesticulating wildly with my hands and body.
明らかに態度が不審なんだけど。
What are you talking about? I'm always like this.
じゃあ本当に知らないの？
Of course not. You could say that maybe it's not impossible to say that I might know nothing about where Senpai went. Maybe.
どうして先輩だってわかるの？
Ah, crap.
やっぱり知ってるのね。
That was a pretty devious leading question.
全然誘導なんてしてなかったと思うけど。
But now that you know, I've got no choice but to tell you where Misaki Senpai went.
それで美咲はどこに行ったの？
She escaped through that drainage pipe.
え？
She hurriedly takes a look inside the drainage pipe.
暗くて見えないんだけど。
How big is the pipe? That's her plan.
第一、こんな狭いところ通れるわけないでしょ。
No, it's not impossible if you really try. She sighs.
いいわ。それなら次美咲に会ったら、深山が探してたって伝えてね。
Understood. We'll take care of it.
お願いします。
Emphasizing her request one more time, the girl, Miyama? There we go, Miyama. She had called herself, leaves the rooftop. Whew! I managed to pull one over on her using my awesome conversational skills.
ぼーっとなんかしてないよ。
A sorrowful-looking senpai makes her appearance.
ゆきちゃんひどいよ。
Was that an acquaintance of yours, senpai?
クラスメイトだよ。
Was she, like, your keeper? Meaning that she's my senior. So, why was she chasing you?
もしかしたらあのことを今でも怒ってるのかもしれないよ。
What thing?
小学生だった時にゆきちゃんの描いたウサギの絵にちょびひげ描いたこと。
I'm sure that's not it.
そうかな。
Why'd she be chasing you now over something from that long ago?
そっか。違うんだね。
Perhaps. Sure, different from the first impressions I got from you.
そんなことないと思うよ。私はずっとこの私だよ。
She looks at me a little sadly with those dark eyes. Well, when she puts it that way, I guess she's right. Yeah, it's not like people are defined by one particular character trait, you know. Bud, it's possible for people to have multiple facets of their personality. Crazy, I know. Looking back on it, she had always been like this. In other words, knowing that she was blind, I might have just selfishly made up that image of a quiet, timid senior girl. If that's the case, then, despite everything, I've still been looking at Senpai with a degree of prejudice. Just thinking about it makes me embarrassed.
そういえばちょうど引き分けだよね。
Even? What do you mean?
屋上にどっちが早く来るかだよ。昨日が浩平くんで今日が私。ちょうど引き分けだよ。
Well, I guess that's true. One victory to one defeat, huh?
それなら明日どっちが先に屋上に来るか勝負だね。
A race?
勝負だよ。
Which floor the senior classroom's on, though, because you might have a head start. But I'd be at disadvantage. Second year classrooms are on the second floor, while the third years are on the third floor.
ハンデだよ。
A handicap, huh?
女の子だからね。
We never back down from a challenge. Alright, you're on. She nods with a smile. That moment, a gust of wind sweeps her hair up, causing it to dance in the breeze.
風が出てきたね。
Her hair flutters gently as the chilling breeze blows across the rooftop. I guess it won't be long before winter really arrives. Buddy, it's December. The wind is icy, threatening to freeze everything over. The sunlight grows shorter with every day. Each and everything a certain sign of winter's approach.
手が冷たいね。
Laughing, she breathes onto her palms to warm them. It's only natural, given where we're standing. Well, I'd better get going. What are you gonna do, senpai?
私はもう少しここにいるよ。
I see. I was thinking we could go home together.
今度は一緒に帰ろうね。
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
きっとあんまり楽しくないと思うよ。
She tilts her head, a sign that she's pondering something. Why not?
その時になったらわかるよ。
Okay? Eh? Suddenly, an unusually strong blast of wind tears across the rooftop. A strong, cold wind. You'd better head back soon after all, senpai. She hugs herself tightly, as if she's freezing.
そうだね。
I think that, at the very least, you should go inside the building. Looking up, I notice the sun becoming hidden behind the wispy, rolling clouds. Won't be long before the sun sets.
そうかもしれないね。
It's not like she has to worry about it being dark out. She nods while turning to face me.
行こっか。
Yeah. I go on ahead and open the door to the rooftop before calling to her. Over here.
ありがとう、浩平くん。
Briskly jogging over to where I'm standing, she passes through the door. I follow her into the building, closing the door from behind.
やっぱり校舎の中の方があったかいね。
Yeah, I'd hope so.
耳が痛いよ。
She places her trembling palms over her ears, which have turned red from the cold wind. I guess we won't be able to go up to the roof anymore after this. Pro tip, get an actual pair of earmuffs. Like, they come in handy so much. Maybe it's just because, you know, half the time I'm working outside, but like in the winter, like on the flight line, there's nothing to block the wind, so it just goes. So even if you have a hat on, it'll just cut right through it. A good pair of earmuffs. Lifesavers. Life-changing. I guess we won't be able to go up on the roof anymore after this.
そうだね。
Yes, you can. Any colder than that, and staying on the rooftop would start to become an ordeal. Well, I've got to get going.
美咲。
A voice calls out to Senpai. It is, of course, Miyama-san.
やっと見つけた。
She comes running over.
ー
Senpai steps back a little.
嘘つき、やっぱり屋上にいたじゃない。
The first thing she does is vent her indignation at me. She doubled back from inside the drainage pipe.
引き返してきたんだよ。
Miyama-san sighs.
ごめんね、ゆきちゃん。ちょびひげはわざとじゃないんだよ。ちょびひげって何？
I'm telling you, that's not it. Miyama-san, just why were you chasing Senpai?
掃除当番をサボってどっか行ったから。
We both turn to look at Misaki-san.
ー
She looks down, as if to escape our gazes.
ごめんなさ
She hangs her head apologetically.
い。まあ、今回は許してあげるけど。ごめんね、ゆきちゃん。この埋め合わせはするから。ね。期待してるよ。
The two of them exchange nods. Well, I'll be going now.
また会おうね、浩平くん。
Yeah,
明日の勝負、忘れたらダメだよ。
got it.
バイバイ、浩平くん。
Seen off by a smiling senpai, I head towards the entrance hall. I haven't gotten anything in particular planned for today, so I head straight home. Cutting across the leaning shadows of the telegraph poles. You mean telephone poles, my guy? Telegraph poles in the twilight, I walk down the road back home. Primary school students run by energetically beside me, their backs bathed in red light. Casual conversation amongst friends, discussions about comics read yesterday, talk about the TV shows to be watched today. Nostalgic scenes from long ago suddenly drift into minds, and my fret comes to a stop. The street corner is quiet. Within the gradual flow of time, I feel the illusion of being left behind. Don't let it set in, bud. Don't let it set in. I begin walking once more. The scenery begins to flow. Finally, I come to a stop before a crimson-stained traffic light. I glance up at the sky as I'm waiting for the light to change. As I do, I'm overcome by a strange sense of déjà vu. A feeling that stirs something within me, pushing me to the verge of tears. Yep, don't let it set in, bud. You're letting it set in. Just think of something else. Feeling that there's another me somewhere at the end of the boundless skies. What is this, air? Another me who reminisces about this place to which he can never return. Not noticing that the lights have turned green, I continue to gaze up at the sky. I don't feel like doing anything today. Without even switching on a lamp, I simply collapse into bed and stare at the sight of my gradually darkening room. Damn, that's a fucking mood. Finally, before I know it, I fall asleep. A world stained red by the sunset. A world that is still. It's not that the scenery here has stopped. Lights are moving, and I can even hear the accelerating sounds of a motorcycle engine. It is the world from which I am watching that is still. In the dead of night, where everyone is asleep, the distant howl of a dog and the noise from a motorcycle engine come to sound alike. You sure? Oh, okay. At times like these, I feel out of place, as though I belong to different worlds. I can hear the sounds, but I can never reach that place. Never, for all of eternity. No matter how far I walk, I can never reach that crimson-stained world. I know it to be so. There, on the other side, exists a life filled with warm people. But I can never reach that place. Roll. I hear a faint sound. A sound which definitely belongs to this side. Will I never be able to return there? I try asking.
分かってるんだね。あそこから来たってことが。
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't actually living anywhere in that city.
そう、すごいね。
In other words, I know that I was once part of that other side.
でもね、旅だったんだよ。遠い昔に。
Yes, I get the feeling that's true.
でも、遠い昔はさっきなんだよ。
Alright, now this feels like a fucking key visual novel. Yet, long ago was just a moment ago. I get the feeling that's true too.
つまり、言いたいこと、わかる？
Yes, all too well. I continue to watch the moving world from the still world. A single minute, a single second has never felt longer. The sky remains the same frustrating hue of red, and the noises that reach my ears show no sign of changing. No, that's not it. They can't change. This is just the impression of moving forward, without really moving forward at all. It's like a Mobius strip. Or a carousel. A world that is one continuing refrain. This is as far as this world goes, isn't it? I ask her.
飽きたら、次の場所へ旅立てばいいんだよ。
I suppose you're right. Headlight chases after headlight, each a familiar set distance before the next. No, we'll stay here for a little longer.
そう。そうだね。
We stand there, soaking in the scenery, as if accustoming our bodies to it. Our journey is not an urgent one. We keep watching, on and on. Well, that was weird. You good, bud? You got someone to talk to? Well, we'll see how our boy's handling next time on the next episode of 1, because I'm gonna stop it here because I need to go make some coffee and eat dinner and take a shower and shave. So, hope to see you all tomorrow, where we will be picking up right here where we left off, same time as always. Hope to see you guys then. Later.